Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of Bedtime Stories with Amuraz. How are you guys doing? We are now, what, 4, 5, 6 days into Ramadan? Wow, it is flying by, guys. It is flying by. Before we even know it, Ramadan will be over. I know it's very difficult, and I hope you guys are behaving well and helping your parents and not getting hangry. You know what hangry is, right? Hungry plus angry. We all get hangry all the time. I get hangry. I become hangry and I also cry at the same time when I'm hungry. But we have to control it. We have to be patient. We have to be kind and we have to help our parents and make sure that we are not, not creating trouble for them. And because for them, it's a very hard time. Everyone is in a very difficult situation right now. And I hope you're praying Tarawih as much as you can. I know, we're missing the masjid experience, but what I'm doing every day is I'm putting on the haram. On YouTube, they put the Tarawih from Makkah and Medina on there, and I've been listening to that, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. They're at least praying Tarawih there, and you can enjoy some nice recitation there as well. So today's story is a short and sweet one, and it's called The King and the Three Assistants. Now, there was a king, and he had 3 assistants, as the heading goes. And he told these 3 assistants, I want you to fill this big bag with as much fruit as you can. And in 3 weeks, I will test you to see who has the most fruit. And so what he did was gave these 3 big bags, 1 to each assistant, and said, they need to fill. They need to fill with as much fruit as they can. So off they went. Their task was to find all the fruits in the kingdom. So the first assistant, he was very, very keen. He was very keen. He went straight and he got all the different fruits. Bananas, apples, papayas, oranges, strawberries, blackberries, all these mouth-watering, beautiful fruit, mangoes, everything. And he packed it. His bag was huge, massive. The second guy, now the second assistant, he was a little bit lazy. He really didn't care too much, but he still wanted to put in a bit of effort. So what did he do? He got a bit of fruit, and the half of the bag was rocks. He started putting rocks and dirt and dead plants and things, and he put that right at the bottom. So half the bag was dirt and rocks, and then at the top he put fruit. And he managed to get some fruits, but they weren't, anything special. He just got a bit of apples and a bit of bananas, and that's it. And he said, I can't be bothered. He just went to 1 or 2 places and just got whatever he needed to make it look bigger. And, he got some pineapples because they are bigger and less effort. So he just, he wanted to put a bit of effort, but not too much. But the third assistant, now he was lazy. So lazy, oh my God. He did not want to do anything. So what did he do? He just put rocks and dirt and rocks and dirt and rocks and dirt and soil and random stuff. He just even started putting chairs inside and stuff. He didn't care. He just wanted to put anything there to make the bag look big. Because, who's going to really know? It's just he's going to rock up there with a huge bag and people can be like, wow, look at that. So he had the biggest bag of them all. So weeks passed. And it was time for the king to assess the size of the bags. So what happened? Well, they went and the king saw them and he assessed them. And he said, I see you have done excellent work, all 3 of you. Now all of you are going to prison. What? What? The assistants looked at each other. What? Why is he putting us into prison? Like, we did what he asked. Well, some of them did and they claimed they did. But the king then said, now you will be in prison for a year and you can eat nothing but what is in your bag. You can only eat what is in your bag. See, the king tested these assistants because he wanted to see who was truly honest, right? He didn't check inside the bags because he didn't need to, because he knew that what they've done will either help them or they will die as a result of it because they've got nothing to eat. So what happened? The 3 assistants, they went into the prison. The first assistant, who was so good, he was happy. He had different fruits to eat every day, and he was healthy. He was fine. He had loads of vitamins and lots of nourishment. The second one, he ran out. After a few months, he ran out of food. The third one, he had no food. He had nothing. Nothing at all. Why? Because he lied and he cheated, and he had... And what did he do? He packed all his fruit in one. He packed all the rocks and the soil in his bag, and he had nothing to eat. Nothing. He was there chewing on rocks for weeks and weeks until he became really unwell. Okay, so what is the moral of the story? What do you guys think is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, if somebody asks you to do something, if somebody says, if your parents say to you, you know, Abdullah, go and pick up your your laundry from your room and make sure your room is tidy. You could do it. You could go pick up the laundry and put it in the laundry basket, or you could just kick it under the bed and you could hide it, so it looks like you've done it, right? But ultimately, who's the one who suffers? You, because you lied and you didn't do it properly. Abdullah didn't do it properly, right? So we are the ones who get impacted by our own deeds. We are the ones who get impacted. We are the ones who get affected by it, right? So just because you think you can get away with things, it doesn't mean you will get away with it, because it always comes back to you, if not in this world, in the hereafter, because Allah will ask us and Allah will test us and Allah will eventually judge us for what we've done. So we all have empty bags. We all have empty bags. We need to fill these bags. We need to fill these bags with good deeds, with good things, and be truthful and honest, so that when we go on the Day of Judgment, we're going to have a huge bag. We're going to have a huge bag full of deeds. Now, only you know whether there's good or bad deeds in this bag. Only you know that. And when you open it, that's what's going to help you. Because when you open it, and if it's full of good deeds and full of good stuff, you know, that's your path to Jannah. Allah is gonna forgive you, inshallah, and put you straight into Jannah, inshallah, with His will. And of course, if you don't, and if your bag, you open it and it's empty, and it's not, you know, it's empty or it's full of rubbish, well, you can't really do much about it. So remember, guys, do the most you can, inshallah. Keep your intentions pure, because remember, we're doing it not for show off or anything else. You know, everyone wants a big bag full of fruits, but actually it's for ourselves, so that we can have better hearts, we can be better people, but ultimately it will help us in the hereafter and get us to Jannah. So guys, remember me in your du'as and continue doing excellent work during Ramadan. Bismillah. الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم.